All right, guys, quick video on what I am bringing on the camping trip, maybe to help some of you guys if you've never camped this style before, and it just needs some ideas to help get ready. So here we go. Starting with the basics. Obviously, sleeping bag. I like to hammock camp, so I've got my hammock, my rain fly to go over the top of me, sleeping pad, pillow, stakes and rope to anchor off my rain fly, and then a ground tarp. This is just a cheap one from Walmart to put underneath my setup so that I've got somewhere clean to walk if I'm getting out of my hammock or getting in my hammock, place to set my gear without it getting down in the dirt and whatever. Obviously, if you don't like to hammock camp, the hammock, rain fly, ground tarp, stakes, all of that will be included in your tent setup. Moving on over here, also have a day pack. This will be for hiking up and down the river, fishing. You know, I can pack a lunch, I can carry my fishing tackle, all that in here. I will also be carrying a sidearm. We are in black bear country in the spring, so you know, this is mostly for the noise if need be. A machete or camp axe for firewood and that sort of thing. Always got a set of gloves. Trekking poles, not really a necessity. I have them because I do this more frequently, but these are great for wading streams, steep terrain. If you don't want to buy these, cool, but you know, you can cut you a walking stick out in the woods if you need to. Just some cheap ponchos that I ordered off of Amazon because you don't know what the weather's going to do. Those, again, would probably be in my day pack. First aid kit would be in my day pack. What's in my first aid kit? Gauze tape, ibuprofen, Benadryl, Tylenol, alcohol swabs, iodine swabs, anti-itch cream, thermal blankets in case of a hypothermic event. I even may have some sutures in there from our last camping trip last year. A couple of camp knives. This is my favorite. If anybody's looking for some cool gear, now the leather sheath doesn't come with that. I ordered that separate, but Mora or Morocnev makes a really good knife for less than 20 bucks. These are great knives, just all around great knives. Take an edge really well. I always kind of have a backup on that. It's just another camp knife. Thermacell in case the bugs come out, with refills for that. And just an assortment of carabiners for tying stuff down or hanging stuff up. Fishing rods, ultralight tackle, probably the best. This is about a 5'6" rod and spinning combo. Wouldn't bring anything super big because it's going to be tight quarters. May not have a lot of room to cast. Probably do more flipping than casting. And then there's my tackle box that goes with that over there. That again would probably stay in my day pack. Now to the cooking setup. Coffee pot for me is a must. I've got my camp stove. A lot of times I don't bring that, but this trip will afford that for me. I've got a big kit here that's a pot with some other pots and plates, and the lid's a frying pan. There's another frying pan in there because I cook a lot on trips like this. But for the individual, this is really great. You can pick this little setup up at Walmart or Target. It's about 15, 16 bucks. The lid's a pot, the bottom's a pot. There's a couple of more little deals in there that you can use as cups or to cook in or to eat out of. Fuel for the camp stove. This little jewel screwed into the top of this fuel container is a Jetboil stove that I usually keep in my day pack in case I want some coffee while I'm out fishing, want to stop for lunch. That's my cooking setup because when I'm camping in a situation like this, we'll be a couple 100 yards from the trucks. I like to kind of eat a little bit better than I would in a different situation. What else? In addition to all this stuff you see, you probably wouldn't be too difficult to get a full-size ice chest down to where we're camping. Like I said, we'll only be a couple 100 yards from the vehicles. So in addition to this, I will have an ice chest with my food and stuff in it. You know, eggs, bacon, potatoes, some onions for seasoning, different seasoning stuff, some oil. Those are kind of the things I tend to bring. some type of meat, hamburger, maybe some steaks or some chicken. I'll fry a lot whenever I camp out like that. But that's pretty much it. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, you don't have to get all of this stuff that I've got. This comes from years of doing this stuff and collecting things as I go. If you got any questions about how to make it more basic, maybe just shoot me a text. I'll be happy to help.